Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're getting into something I think a lot of you grapple with.
Definitely.
That whole balancing act, right?
Yeah.
How do you actually create user-generated content, UGC, when you get a full-time 9-to-5 job?
Yeah, it's a big one. We looked at some general advice, but also dug into a Reddit thread where someone was specifically asking about managing time.
And an Instagram creator talking about burnout too, which is, well, super relevant.
Absolutely. So the goal here is practical advice, really. How to build this side hustle without, completely crashing.
Okay, let's start with the obvious, maybe. The challenges. It's tough.
It really is. I mean, the biggest thing is just time. Where do you find it outside of those work hours?
Seriously. And even if you find an hour, your energy levels after a full workday.
Exactly. Creativity needs fuel, and often the tank feels empty by 6 p.m.
Plus, maybe you don't have your setup easily accessible. Like you can only really film or edit properly on weekends.
Right. Access to equipment, quiet space, it all gets confined to those off hours. These are the core constraints, really. Limited time, low energy, practical limitations.
So facing that, what actually works, we hear about strategies. Time blocking comes up a lot.
Yeah.
Like literally scheduling it.
Yeah, putting specific slots in your calendar for UGC work, evenings, weekends, whenever works. It sounds simple, but it forces a routine.
Does it actually help people focus?
It can, yeah. It makes it a priority, not just something you'll maybe get to. And tied to that is efficiency. You got to make those limited hours count.
How though?
Well, think workflows. Can you use templates, batch similar tasks together, like film several videos at once, edit later?
Okay, tools and systems. Makes sense.
And prioritizing. You can't do everything. Focus on the tasks that, actually build your portfolio or attract those paying clients first.
Okay, that's the managing the struggle part. But what about flipping it? Can the 9-to-5 actually help? Which sounds kind of counterintuitive.
It does a bit, but yeah. Think about skills. Project management, communication, maybe technical skills, depending on your job.
Right. Like if you manage projects at work, you can probably manage a content calendar.
Precisely. Those skills are directly transferable. You already know how to organize, meet deadlines, communicate professionally. That's huge for UGC.
And networking. You mentioned that could be a thing, even at work.
Potentially. You never know who your colleagues know, or maybe your company works with brands that need UGC. It's not the primary place maybe, but keep your eyes open.
Okay, interesting angle.
And let's not forget the obvious one, financial stability. That regular paycheck, it's a safety net.
Yeah, takes the pressure off the UGC having to make money immediately.
Right. It lets you invest in better gear, maybe take a course to improve your skills without feeling desperate for immediate returns.
Okay, so let's bring in those real voices. That Reddit user asking for insight on time management, that just screams common problem, doesn't it?
Totally. It shows how many people are trying to figure this exact thing out.
And the Instagram creator. They mentioned burnout, which is so real in this context.
But also, importantly, how they cope. They said running and nature keep me grounded.
Which really hammers home the self-care point. It's not just about productivity hacks and scheduling everything down to the minute.
Exactly. You have to build in ways to recharge or you won't sustain it long term. Burnout is the enemy of consistency. Whether it's running or meditation or just zoning out with a movie, whatever works for you.
So it's this mix then. Understand the difficulties, the time, the energy. Then apply strategies like time blocking, being efficient.
Streamlining your process.
Leveraging skills, and maybe even connections from your day job.
Yeah, don't discount those hidden advantages.
And crucially, building in that self-care to avoid completely fizzling out.
That's the formula, more or less. It's definitely a challenge, no doubt about it. But it is achievable. You see people doing it successfully.
It takes intention, though. Smart planning.
And recognizing that these two parts of your life, the 9-to-5 and the creative side, they don't have to be enemies. Sometimes they can actually support each other.
Right. So a final thought for everyone listening. Maybe think about one small thing. Just one. What's one adjustment you could try this week to manage your time or energy a bit better for your UGC goals?
Yeah. What's one realistic step you could take?